It's our annual pajama party. It's our girls' night in! Our whole audience, dressed in pajamas from Joe Fresh. You guys look comfy and cuddly. I want to just hug you all. Okay, you can't have a sleepover, though, without the girlfriends. Please welcome Dina Pugliese, who's over there decorating the tree, Leanna Lair-Perot, Tracy Beard, Shauna Jensen.
Let's have a ball, everybody!
Might as well, right? Might as well.
Where's the strippers and booze?
Segment 2. I told Brad Smith, the Bachelor, he's coming. Segment 2. So listen, let's talk about the sleepover parties of yesteryear. We were big. I was big on sleepovers, me and the girlfriends, and it was always a ton of fun. There was always 4 of us, and it would be an all night singing songs, listening to music, hanging out. Leanne, what did you used to do at your sleepover parties?
We would do the same thing, and like in particular Spice Girls, and study
yeah.
the music videos.
Who are you? Which
and
Spice
practice.
Girl?
Well, I was always the one that no one wanted to be, because all of my friends were like 6 foot tall beauties.
Spice.
I was the sporty. They're like, go put on some wristbands and a headband. So I was that girl. But with my sleepovers, like when I was younger, you never wanted to be the girl that fell asleep first, right?
Why?
See, they laugh because they know. Because people would go digging in your little overnight bag and find the training bra. And this, we would soak them at night and then put them in the freezer, and the poor girl who fell asleep first would wake up looking for a bra, and then it would be as hard as like a brick,
That's a lot
right,
of work.
frozen.
That's terrible.
Right? Because I never did that, right?
No.
But I also never fell asleep
And
first.
I'm still wearing a training bra. Like, how old are you?
I was going to say,
As you can see, somebody's waiting for hers to come in, but doggons, that's evil. Okay.
Right?
All right, Tracy Peart, what did you do at your sleepover parties?
We talked a lot about boys, and we would crank
yeah.
call a lot of boys,
Yes,
right?
the
That's what
crank
you all
call.
did, right? The crank call, just to hear their voice. You just hear their voice, you hang up, you're like, oh my God, he's so cute. That's what we would do, right? And then we would order, before call display, we would order pizzas to people's houses, which I don't understand why we did this, because you're never there to see the reaction. So what is the point? I don't understand. It's the thought that they are frustrated that there's a pizza at their house, and you think it's hilarious, even though you don't get to see the end result of
get
it.
pizza.
But or they're very frustrated and send them away, right?
True.
That's the whole thing. I used to do it all the time, that and crank calling.
All right, Shona, how were your sleepover parties?
Okay, you know what? I didn't do them. I was one of
No.
those kids. I could not do a sleepover. I would think it's all fun and go to whoever my friend's house. I was all brave and I'd muster it all up. And by I don't know, probably 8 o'clock, but I'm gonna buy myself an hour and say 9 o'clock. I would be crying. My mom, come pick me up.
She's still
we
does that
totally
now.
would have chosen. She would have been the bra first.
Yeah, it's because of people like Leanne is why I wouldn't do it. I'd have something lined up in the freezer and I'd be traumatized for life. So I didn't really do sleepovers. It's way too much anxiety for me.
So what was it? Was it just being around strangers, not being in your own bed, being in someone else's house, having other parents that, you can't go to your mommy? You have to go to their
It was being
parents?
away from home.
It was being away from
It was
home.
being away. No, because
That's
I was.
cute.
Yeah, I was always knew they were my friends. One friend lived literally across the street. Carolyn Vickers, I'm sorry. I got the courage to finally stay at her house a couple of times, but it wasn't being far any of that other stuff. It was just being away from home.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm still a homebody.
Honestly,
You
Troy,
are.
for
Did you
me-
do sleepovers?
I mean, I have 2 sisters. They're still my best friends, and my
Yeah.
cousin Ange was like, a third sister. So we would sleep over her house. She would come to ours, and we were really, compared to you guys, tame. I mean, we would play like Cheers. We'd pretend we were bartenders. Remember Press Your Luck? We actually built like No Whammy. Remember Press Your Luck?
yeah.
So we
Yeah,
had, like,
No Whammy,
the
No Whammy, No
flashlight.
Whammy. Yeah.
Wow, everyone's glazing over. That's
No,
really
I
good.
know, I remember that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
it's pretty innocent, and it was cute at the time. And one night we had way too many ketchup chips, and let's just say they came back in my bed that night.
You are so Little House on the Prairie. Like that was your life
That's-
growing. It was all like nice and pristine and
It's
fun.
crazy as
but
a
then
thought.
again, so was ours. We had the tape recorders and where you had to press play and record at the same
Yes,
time.
yes,
and it'd be
yes.
like, bah! And then we'd record our voices.
Yes.
Singing Madonna, like a star. And then rewind it and play it back. Like, why was that fun?
Did you do the dance, Trace?
Of course we did the dance.
Oh, yeah.
Of course we did the dance.